If you've ever tried meditating and thought, nope, not for me, how is this even supposed to help me? I get it. I've been there. I used to absolutely hate meditation, sitting still, doing nothing. I didn't see the point. My mind would be all over the place. I literally tried for years to start a meditation practice, and every single time I gave up, convinced that I just wasn't the meditating type of girl, until last year, that is, when something shifted and everything came together. So if you're struggling with starting your own meditation practice, stick around and let's have a chat. Hello Pixie Doll, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into starting a meditation practice and how to be consistent with it, how to enjoy it, even if right now you absolutely hate meditating. Even if you've got a restless mind, have zero patience, don't connect with the idea of it, and just think you're bad at it. I mean, you can't really be bad at meditating per se. It's just a skill that needs to be developed like anything else. You really just need to find a way that works for you, which is why today in this video I'm going to go through 7 steps that can help you on your own meditation journey, that can help you develop a consistent practice. These steps are easy, they're simple, and it's going to make this into an enjoyable, fulfilling part of your day instead of just something you feel is a chore or feel as something you should do or you have to do. So grab your favorite beverage. I've got my coffee as per usual, and let's get into it. So let's rewind for just a minute and talk for a minute about why I hated meditation, or why I thought I hated meditation. Perhaps these are reasons why you think you don't like it as well, or why you think maybe it's just not for you. So meditation wasn't really on my radar when I first started practicing witchcraft. This was many moons ago. But over the years, it became something, and I was a teenager, side note, so meditation was like seemingly a waste of time, at least in my teenage years it seemed that way. So it wasn't until years later, but I did eventually get on to the importance of it and tried to start a practice over and over again. And every single time I gave up. I think the longest I went consistently doing something every single day was, I think, a week. I think it was just a week. And after that I was like, nope, not for me. I can't do this. I can't do this. And I would just stop. And then, a few months later I try again, and the cycle repeated itself a lot. I couldn't get the hang of calming my mind. I couldn't seemingly be okay with just sitting there in silence and thinking that I was doing something useful. I just felt like I was bad at it and that I was failing every single time I tried. And actually, in more recent years, once I had my Fitbit, I would monitor my heart rate before starting the practice, and then once I was finished. And when I was finished, if you can believe it, my heart rate was actually elevated because I was so stressed about trying to be calm. Make it make sense. So a few times throughout the years, I would start my practice again, or try to, and do some half-hearted sessions, and then wind, shaking things. Okay, it's really windy today. It's windy and rainy, and just a good day to be inside filming a video. So this happened repeatedly over the years, and I would start and do, kind of half-assed meditations for a few days and give up. And then last year, something shifted, and I was like, no. I felt determined that I was going to get this, because it had just been too long that I have just been putting it off and not dedicating the time, not putting in the real effort to make this happen. So I was determined, and I was going to start a practice no matter what, and I did. And now it's something I do every day. And I enjoy it, I look forward to it. It actually calms me down now, as opposed to before, where it would raise my heart rate. It actually does lower it, which is nice progress. So last year, when I got this, surge of determination, I started to learn. I started to learn more, read more, listen to more about meditation, about the benefits, and really let it sink in how much I needed this. I really needed this. And as someone who struggles with anxiety, I really needed this. I needed it to work. I needed to get in there and just make it happen. Okay, so let's talk about a few of the benefits of meditating before we get into the 5 steps, because there are many. They are plentiful. As I just mentioned, I'm someone who has a lot of anxiety, and meditating really helps regulate your stress, helps lower your anxiety, helps bring you into a place of balance, helps you feel more calm, helps you sleep better, and gives you improved clarity and focus during your day. It can boost your immune system. It can boost your energy levels throughout the day, and studies have even shown that it can lower blood pressure, which makes sense because it makes you feel more relaxed and calm, which brings your blood pressure down. It can increase your compassion. It can make you more of a patient person. It can enable you to just trust and go with the flow. It connects you more to your intuition and to your higher self, to the universe. It's really like an overall mental reset that really elevates so many areas of your life and can create really amazing change and transformation in your life as well. I know for me, since I started doing this consistently, my anxiety has been so much better. Like really, so much better. I might do an episode one day about anxiety and ways to deal with it because I've got me some practice at this point. And really, the best part about it, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be dedicated and be consistent and put into place these 5 steps that I'm about to go through right now. Okay, so step number 1, know your why. Know what you want to accomplish. And I've said this about other things, but knowing your why is key to consistency. It's key to a clear vision, and it's key to really making things happen and making change in your life. So think about, what are you looking to gain from your practice? So for me, a big motivator was my anxiety. So what is it for you? Is it to lower your stress? Maybe you also have anxiety. Is it to feel more balanced throughout your day? Is it to get better sleep? Is it to help with your manifestations? Is it to raise your vibration and help build your dream life? And it can really be a combination of all of these things. So before starting, just grab a piece of paper, grab your journal, and write down all of your whys. Write down all the reasons why this is important to you right now. Write down all the ways that's going to enhance your life and what kind of changes you might want to see come from this practice. It's going to help you so much on this journey. It's going to keep you motivated. It's going to keep you showing up every single day. Step number 2. Decide when you're going to include this practice into your day. So what's that saying? Fail to plan, plan to fail. You have to treat this like an appointment. You need to choose what time of day you are going to include this as part of your routine. Otherwise, it is 100% going to get swept to the side. So it needs to be something that's scheduled in your planner, in your habit tracker, that you know at this time of day, this is what you need to show up for, and treat it like an appointment that can't be skipped. So think about your schedule, think about your morning routine, your night routine, how your day kind of goes, and decide when is the most likely time for you to put this in that you can actually show up for it every day. A time when you can take a few minutes, that you will not be disturbed, that you'll have some quiet, and that you can really settle in and show up for it on a daily basis. So this might be in the morning when you first wake up. Maybe if you don't live alone, maybe everyone else is still asleep. Maybe you do it before you even get out of bed in the morning. It could also be right before you go to sleep. This is my preference. I like to do it right before I go to sleep at night. First thing in the morning or right before you go to sleep are known to be the best times to do a meditation because your mind is already calm, it's already primed, and will be more receptive and less distracted to the process. Ultimately, the best time of day that's going to work for you is the time that you're going to show up consistently, the time that you know you're not going to skip it, and it's going to become a habit and just part of your daily routine. Number 3, consider how long you want your practice to be. Baby steps, start slow. So you're more likely to build a consistent practice when you don't try to just jump in both feet first and do a 60-minute long meditation on the first go. The thought of doing a 60-minute long meditation when you're first starting can be intimidating. It can be overwhelming, and ultimately you can be setting yourself up for failure, thinking that you're just not going to be able to sustain the practice for 60 minutes. It's just going to feel kind of unattainable. So have patience with yourself and start slow. Start with a smaller, my cat is crying now. So many distractions today. She just wants attention. Sorry. Where was I? So it's just not going to feel attainable. Have patience with yourself and start slow. So starting with even just 5 minutes Commit to doing a 5-minute meditation before you go to sleep every night. Simple, do that for a week, and then move it up to 10 minutes and see how that feels for you. Even in a shorter meditation, you can expect your mind to wander. That's what it does. We have thoughts. It's hard to just clear them from our head and just imagine, a black hole in the universe, or just imagine your higher self. Day-to-day mundane thoughts are going to come in. So when they do, have patience. Just acknowledge the thought and let it go. And we'll go more into those random thoughts in just a minute. Number 4, find the right method that works for you. So there are different types of meditation. There's not just one type. There's not just sitting in silence in a quiet room and, turning your mind off for 60 minutes. That's not all there is. There's meditations with different focuses and meditations that have different desired outcomes. Knowing your why is also going to help you here. It's going to help you choose the right meditation for you at this moment in your life. And I encourage you to really try out different kinds of meditations throughout this journey until you find one that really feels aligned with you and that really feels right and that you really enjoy doing. So the 3 I recommend are walking meditations, visualization meditations, and guided meditations. These are going to help you. So the one that really got me started and going on this consistent journey was walking meditations. As I mentioned in the beginning, I was a person who had trouble just sitting still. I felt like I was wasting my time. I felt like I wasn't doing anything. I didn't feel relaxed. So taking the meditation outside and moving my body while doing it was so helpful. So when you're doing a walking meditation, your mind isn't blank. You're not walking like a robot, but you're focusing on the act of the walking, the act of what you're doing. So you're noticing the sense in the air, you're feeling the wind on your face, you're really connecting with the earth with every step that you're taking. So having that focus point, and especially if you're someone who has a hard time sitting still, can be really beneficial. And the other thing that really helped me was the guided meditations. Guided meditations were a game changer. More on that in a minute. Number 5, don't fight your thoughts. Don't be hard on yourself and don't feel like a failure when random thoughts come into your mind during meditation. It's going to happen. You're human. We have thoughts. We have thoughts all day long. We have way too many thoughts. And it's something that's going to come up throughout your meditation practice that you need to accept. And don't beat yourself up over it. Don't think you failed just because a thought comes in, and don't give up just because your thoughts seemingly keep interrupting this peaceful time. So when you feel mundane thoughts come into your head, what's for dinner, what you have to do at work tomorrow, what time to pick the kids up from school, acknowledge them and then simply let them pass on by. Acknowledge them. Don't give them any extra attention. So when you feel these mundane thoughts enter your mind, acknowledge them and then just release them. Let them go. Bring yourself back to focus. Bring yourself back to the present moment, because that's what we're doing here. We're in the present moment. It's a moment where the past doesn't matter. The future doesn't matter. It's just us in this time right now. So just acknowledge the thoughts and then release them. You're human. This is normal. It's no big deal. Number 6, explore guided meditations. So I mentioned in step 4, this was a game changer for me. It really is a game changer, especially if you have trouble with distraction or you just want a more organized structure to your meditations. And these are still my go-to. Every meditation I do, it's a guided one. I'm not a master meditator. And the guided ones still really help me keep focus. And I like that they have them for so many different outcomes, desires, and goals. So it's really helpful that they have that structure and that there's a voice guiding you, letting you know how to work with your breath, letting you know if you should be thinking about a certain thing or feeling a certain emotion throughout the meditation. These can really keep you on track and make the meditation a much more enjoyable practice and have you feeling like you're really accomplishing something in the moment. So there's guided meditations for so many different goals and intentions. There's guided meditations for better sleep, for manifestation, for happiness, for love and kindness, gratitude meditations, energy healing for the energy centers on the body, and there's even guided meditations for weight loss. Really, there's something for everyone out there. There's lots of places where you can find guided meditations these days. There's lots of apps. There's Aura Health, which is my favorite and the one that I use every day. There's also Calm or Headspace. You can even find guided meditations here on YouTube that are free. There's lots of them if you do a search. So they're really accessible. There's really no reason why we shouldn't try them out, why we can't try them out. And like I said, they're really, really going to be a game changer if this is something you struggle with. If you really need that focus and that guiding voice and that structure, try it. Trust me, it's going to help you. And lastly, number 7, make it a ritual. So make this time a special time for you, a time that you look forward to. Turning the meditations into a ritual that you really look forward to and that is really a highlight of your day is going to keep you so consistent. It's going to make it a habit that isn't even hard. You do it, you show up because you want to, not because you think you have to. So as I mentioned in the beginning, make a set time for yourself to do this every day. Choose a favorite spot in your house. Maybe you have a special room or a favorite chair even that you find calming, and that's really like your little happy place within your home. I most often will do mine at night before going to sleep. That's my daily ritual, but a secondary place I like to do meditations, which is going to sound a little weird, is the middle of my kitchen floor. I do a lot of my practice in my kitchen. I do a lot of my ritual work in my kitchen. So as part of some of my rituals, I'll include a meditation right there in the center of my floor. And I have to say, it feels absolutely fantastic and really enriches the whole experience. Anyways, just an example. So think about your own house, your own home, and places in it that you like to do your ritual work. That might also be a good place that you can do your meditations, or just a space in your house that you feel calm and relaxed and just brings you joy. What space in your house brings you the most joy? Wear something comfortable. So I wouldn't recommend necessarily meditating in your workout clothes right after the gym. So wear fabrics you love, wear colors you love, wear fabrics that are free flowing and that you can sit in comfortably. You could consider playing some calming music in the background. Even if you're doing a guided meditation, you can put music on at a low level. You could bring crystals into your space that align with your intentions or that bring balance. You could light an incense as well that works with your intention or is balancing and cleansing. So give it a think and bring in whatever elements feel aligned to you, whatever you think is going to enrich this experience the most for you, for your unique practice. And remember, the meditation, it shouldn't feel like a chore, it shouldn't feel like something you have to do, it should feel like something you want to do, something that feeds you and something that really enhances your day overall. And just remember, it doesn't have to be complicated or intimidating, but it should be an experience and something you look forward to and something that you grow into and you grow with it with every practice. It doesn't have to be about perfection or being perfect in your meditation. It's really about showing up for yourself every day, giving yourself that time, and dedicating those moments in the day to feeding your spirit, to feeding your higher self, to work on your personal growth. With every session, you're going to grow. You're going to create beautiful change and transformation throughout your life, and your practice is going to change and evolve right along with you. And just have patience. Start slow. Every little bit counts. Every 3-minute meditation, that's something you did for you, and you should be proud of that. And there you have it, 7 steps to help you build your own meditation practice that is consistent and fulfilling. And if you're still watching, my sincere gratitude to you. I hope this video shed some light on starting a practice and maybe gave you some tips that will help you get going. If the video resonated with you, I would really appreciate if you would give it a like and subscribe down below and leave me a comment. Let me know which tip in the video you found most helpful or what thing about meditation you struggle with the most. I always love to hear from you. And as always, I will leave links to my socials and my blog down below, which I often forget to say, but I have other socials and I have a blog, so the links are down there. Go check them out. Sending you many, many blessings. Until next time, friend. Bye.